Good evening, I'm Walt Turner with What's Trendee, where we dive into the news that's making waves. Tonight, the Trump administration is reportedly considering banning transgender Americans from owning guns. But here's the kicker, if this proposal sticks, it could set a precedent that puts other groups on the chopping block too. I'll break down who could be next, so stick with me. Before we get going, do us a favor and click that subscribe button. Thanks. So here we are again, folks. The Trump DOJ is exploring ways to strip gun rights from transgender Americans after the Minneapolis church shooting. Because clearly, when you have a problem with gun violence, the logical solution is to target a group that makes up less than 2% of the population. Justice Department officials are weighing proposals to declare transgender people mentally ill and therefore unfit to own firearms. Their reasoning? Gender dysphoria appears in psychiatric manuals. Never mind that millions of Americans with other mental health conditions aren't stripped of their rights. Let's put this in perspective. Out of more than 5,700 mass shootings since 2013, exactly 5 involved transgender shooters. But sure, let's make them the scapegoat while ignoring the other 5,695 cases. And here's where it gets even messier. Legal experts say if this logic holds, it could open the door for bans on other groups the government labels at risk. Think veterans with PTSD, or even people taking antidepressants. We'll unpack that ripple effect in just a moment. Attorney General Pam Bondi's office claims they're evaluating options but haven't advanced specific proposals yet. Meanwhile, subpoenas are already flying toward doctors and clinics that provide transgender care, a move critics say is less about safety and more about politics. So here's the twist, if the DOJ pushes this through, it won't just be about transgender Americans. It could reshape the very definition of mentally unfit, and suddenly, millions more Americans could find their rights up for debate. Want to know who's most likely to be next in line? Click right here for our breakdown, it might hit closer to home than you think. I'm Walt Turner with What's Trendee. Drop your thoughts in the comments, do you think targeting specific groups is about safety or control? I'll feature the sharpest takes in our next episode. Thanks for watching, where we make sense of the senseless. Good night. Up next is Wanda Tempe with a report on how this will affect everyday Americans. Wanda.
Thanks, Walt. Yes, America, where the cure for 5,700 mass shootings is apparently to go after the 5 that involve transgender people, because nothing screams public safety like scapegoating less than 2% of the population. The Trump DOJ's bright idea? Slap the mentally ill label on transgender Americans and call it a day, while conveniently ignoring the millions of gun owners with actual mental health diagnoses who won't be touched by this. And here's the fun part. If this legal logic sticks, veterans with PTSD, folks on antidepressants, or basically anyone who's ever had a bad day might want to start worrying about their rights too. But sure, let's pretend this is about safety, not politics, and keep rearranging the deck chairs while the ship keeps sinking. This is Wanda Tempe reporting for What's Trendee News. Have a great day.